everyone, my name is Wayan Suwardewi Widyastuti. I'm a Ganesha University of Education student in English Language Education. Well, on today's video, I would like to share or explain you about noun phrase. So, let's check it out. Okay everyone, first I would like to share a screen to you. There is a PowerPoint. As you can see from the screen, our material today is about noun phrase. So move to the table of contents. There are 5 contents that we will be discussed about noun phrase. The first is a definition. The second one is the part or component of noun phrase. The third one is the type of noun phrase. And the fourth one is the main term in create of noun phrase. And the fifth one or the last one is the example of noun phrase with X-bar theory. Well, now move to the discussion part 1. There is definition. Well, before we go further talking about noun phrase, first we should able to knowing what is the definition of noun phrase. In here, noun phrase is defined as a group of words which act like a noun as its head, or simply we can understand that noun phrase is a phrase that headed by a noun. Okay, the example of noun phrase here is an apple, a beautiful young lady, a handsome boy, a smart student, a dog, a cat, and etc. Okay, now we are moved to the part of noun phrase. There are 5 parts or 5 components that support a noun phrase. The first one is a noun. Noun is the word used to name a person, place, thing, or an idea. A noun can function as a subject, an object, or object of preposition in a sentence. The example of noun is girl, book, student, school, pen, and etc. Okay, the second part of noun phrase is modifier article. As we know, in English there are 3 articles, such as an, a, and the. An article is the word that combines with a noun to indicate the type or reference being made by the noun. The example of article here is the motel. As you can see, the green word there is the is an article, and the yellow word there is motel is a noun. Move to the third part of noun phrase. There is modifier adjective. We know that adjective is the word that describe a noun or pronoun such as person, place, thing, or idea. The example of adjective is a beautiful girl. In that phrase, beautiful act as a adjective. Well, the fourth part of noun phrase is modifier prepositional phrase. A prepositional phrase is a group of words consisting of preposition, its object, and any words that modify the object. The example of prepositional phrase is my brother playing kites in the yard. The green word that is in the yard is stand as a prepositional phrase. Well, now the last part of noun phrase. The last part of noun phrase is determiner. Determiner is defined as the word that expresses information about noun such as definiteness, promixity, relationship, and quantity. And determiners typically come before a noun. The example of determiner you can see from the side is those children ate a dozen donuts. Okay, now we are moved to the next part, there is type of noun phrase. There are 4 types of noun phrase. The first one is noun phrase as a subject. We know that subject is the person, place, thing, or idea that the sentence is about. A subject is always a noun, but not all of nouns are the subject. The example of subject is a handsome baby plays in the bedroom. From that sentence, we know the subject is a handsome baby. Okay, move to the second types. The second type of noun phrase is noun phrase as a object complement. Object complement is a word or phrases of noun that complete the meaning of the direct object. The example of object complement is, please pay attention to this sentence. I found the baby sleeping. In here, the underlined word baby is stand as a direct object, and sleeping is a object complement. Now, the third type is noun phrase as direct object. A direct object is the receiver of action within a sentence. The example of direct object is my mother cooked a pasta. A pasta here is a direct object. The last type of noun phrase is noun phrase as a indirect object. Indirect object identifies to or for whom or what the action of the verb is performed. For the example is, my father brought me some candy. Okay, now we are moved to the next part, there is the main term in noun phrase. When we create a noun phrase, there are 2 terms that is very important. The first one is pre-modifier and the second one is post-modifier. The pre-modifier is a modifier that located before the head. For the example is, those diamonds are very shiny. And post-modifier is defined as a modifier that located after the head. For the example is, a cake with tiramisu flavor. Okay, now we are moved to the example of noun phrase with X-bar theory. In here, I provide you 4 examples of noun phrase. The first one is head. The example of head is student. You can see the 3 diagram on the slide, where N double bar branches into N bar and N bar branches into N or a noun. In here, student is stand as a noun. Well, the second example is determiner. The example of determiner is a beautiful sky. You can see the 3 diagram like this. It shows that N double bar branches into determiner and N bar. Determiner here is a and N bar branches into adjective phrase and N bar. An adjective phrase is a beautiful, and N bar here branches into noun and sky is a noun. So the determiner of this phrase is a. Now move to the third example, there is attribute or adjunct. The example of attribute is the aesthetic cafe. In here, the tree diagram shows that N double bar branches into N bar and determiner. The determiner here is the word the. And N bar is branches into adjective praise and N bar. In here, aesthetic is a adjective praise. And N bar here branches into noun, and noun branches as a cafe. Here, a cafe is a place, so it is a noun. From this praise, the word that stands as an attribute is a aesthetic. Okay, the last example of noun phrase is complement. The example of complement is the artist of painting. The tree diagram shows that N double bar branches into determiner and N bar. The stands as the determiner. And N bar here branches into N bar again. And this N bar branches into noun and prepositional phrase. The noun here is artist, and the prepositional phrase is of painting. So, of painting stands as the complement. Well, that's all the video about noun phrase. I hope you understand with my explanation of noun phrase. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I do hope all of you are always staying healthy during this pandemic. See you next time. Don't forget to like and comment. Goodbye.